Opal's cat. Trying to keep the claws sheathed. I want to talk about addictive personalities. Now, the addictive personality can either be an ex-addict or a current addict. Now, I have addictive personalities. I have at various times been addicted to work, to women, to online games, to Nicorette. I'm currently doing great in all of those categories, and I am weaning myself this week after 8 years from Nicorette. I think being addicted to anything in an SHTF situation is kind of a bad move for obvious reasons, because anything that distracts you from experiencing what's going on around you and makes you go internal can close you off to various things, and that could be a bad thing. I have always had a bad relationship with alcoholics. My mother was an alcoholic, plus mental illness, abused me. I'm not going to get into that, so you really don't care. I had psychotherapy for 6 years, not 9 years, as somebody decided to release that private information online said. But I've got nothing to hide, so I don't really care. I do. It disappointed me that people will release private information online to try and make me look bad. Something I would never do. And I'm not going to do. So there you go. But addictive personalities, so they tend to have black and white outlooks. A large number of them replace the addiction with a strong belief in Jesus, or Muhammad, or Buddha, or whatever. So they replace the crutch of the chemical dependency with a crutch of an emotional dependency. Now this in no way, and I'm no way here saying that most Christians are addicts. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is a strong and absolute belief that their version of whatever they believe in is completely right and all other versions are completely wrong. And they are very much a friend and very much an enemy and very much not in between. So that's one of the things you'd have to ask yourself is, do you want addicts in your group? Now, given the number of addicts in the population, the chances are you will have addicts in your groups. What addicts do, and this is what happened to me with the attempted flame war that was directed at me after my Women in Prepping video, is what they do is they will actually hold up mirrors to the person they're attacking, and what they're seeing is their actual selves in those mirrors, and they only see the parts of themselves they really hate in the person they're actually looking at. They're actually blocked from being able to see people as they actually are. Now, I will likely have addicts in my bug out group just because I have family and friends who are addicts, and as I said, I also have some addictive personality myself. So you have to be careful about that. One of the problems is being stabbed in the back. Now these two guys tried to stab me in the back. One of them actually openly tried to organise a boycott of my channel. That's cool. I mean, I'm not here for AdSense. I'm not here for a self of reflection. You know, if I have 470 subs right now and I wake up tomorrow and I have 70 and I still have the good people I have to communication with online, I'm happy and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. But the addictive personality, and this goes to the bug out, the addictive personality, whether they have given up their addiction and replaced it, or whether they are currently doing their addiction, and this speaks directly to the two guys that attacked me, I think. What they will seek to do is they will seek to grab other people into their sphere of influence. They will be charismatic, they will use humour, they will use logic, multiple questions, to throw doubt upon the person they've decided to attack. And they attack that person usually, as I said before in the other video, because that person makes them feel deeply uncomfortable and their emotional intelligence is so low that they can't take that discomfort and either think on it and then dismiss it, walk away from it, but stay in contact. They have to go, rage, fear, anger, boom. So they try and suck everybody else into it, which is exactly what happened. Putting up the videos, which they removed because I think when their head's cleared, hopefully they realise just how bad those videos made them look for what they said and how they said it, both about me and both about females. But you can't erase truth. You can erase it from the public sphere, but nothing in the public sphere is ever erased. There are sites online you can go to and you can find those original videos quite easily. Frankly, it's not worth that. But they wanted the flame war with me, and they attacked me in everything they could think about to attack me about, to prove their point that although I'd made them feel uncomfortable with the March 8th video, they didn't need to feel uncomfortable because the whole thing was just me trying to annoy them, trying to upset them, me trying to prove a stupid point to make them feel bad. Narcissism is very close to addictive personalities. So is aggression. One could argue that anybody that's been an alcoholic or a drug addict should never own a gun. I would argue that. Second Amendment rights don't allow people who are unstable or have been unstable and could be unstable again to have a lethal weapon, in my opinion, but I'm not American. I'm just pushing my gun right bit. Preppers with guns, good. Sane preppers with guns, excellent. Everybody has a gun, nobody has a gun, in effect. You're not safe at all. So deep down, I think they both know why it went the way it did. Now, one of them, I unsubbed and told him. So because of his narcissistic personality, he just popped onto the other guy's side and said, did he unsub you as well? Now, this is where it gets fascinating, and I don't want video replies to this, please. The response was from the other guy, I don't know. Now, if that person had gone on my site and said, did he unsub you as well, if I was doing a video talking about the other one, I wouldn't have said, I don't know. I would have said, did he? Why? Be interested, right? So the actual response there to me told me what I knew anyway, because I'm not stupid. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not dumb. It told me that those guys had been talking, told me that those guys felt pressured by my video and my comments and my responses to their comments, that they knew that I was not very, very impressed with them. One of them accelerated to the point where he kept trying to push me, so I just walked away from him. That's what I do. It's online stuff, lesson learned. Glad I didn't meet you in the real. You're really not the sort of person that I'd like to hang out with. You can take that as a reflection on yourself, you can take that as a reflection on me. At the end of the day, it's between both of us. So I couldn't resist it. Now, the guy has a strange sense of humour. It's often crude, it's often disrespectful, it's often misplaced, but it's kind of sometimes funny, because if you're not the victim, humour's funny. I decided, okay, that's a really odd response there that you made. So I said, yes, I can unsub anyone I like. XOXO. Which he mentioned in a subsequent video, which he subsequently put down. Now, anybody who doesn't feel guilty, anybody who doesn't feel there's a reason why their position would cause somebody like me, who's been their friend for 9 months, to unsub them, would have taken that further, would have emailed me and discussed it. Because quite frankly, I hadn't unsubbed him. I just couldn't resist it. I thought, this is so funny. These guys here are like, it's like high school, but junior high, you know what I mean? Like, they're in the little group, and I'm part of their little group, and I've done something to upset them, so now they all hate me, right? And I found it just fascinating. So I said, yeah, I can unsub whoever I like, XOXO, which is actually the truth. I can unsub whoever I like. It's called freedom of expression. Now, another person actually joined into a conversation and said I'd taken my football and walked away with it. And they also implied that my channel exists because of the pushing that those two guys had done for my channel. I don't agree with that. I do think it was helpful to my channel to be friends with those two channels. I also think I helped their channels out as well, but that could just be my narcissism. Apparently I'm dead boring, so why anybody watches me, I don't know. So at the end of the day, we go to sleep. And when we wake up the next day, it's a new day. What the addictive personalities do is they never ever look back at the day before. They never look back at their mistakes. One of these guys in particular, I asked him this. I said, have you ever been wrong about anything? Because I've never seen any evidence he ever has any self-doubt or he has ever wrong about anything. I see him pump his point of view without ever going, you know what, maybe circumstantially, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong sometimes. So that's, again, is a clear indicator of the type of people you don't want in your bug out group. People that cannot say, I screwed up, I made an error, I went about this wrong, I misinterpreted what you told me, my bad. I want to learn from my bad. They don't learn from their bad because their bad is an addiction. And to confront addiction, you have to really look at yourself in real terms. And that is very uncomfortably emotional. You've hurt people, you've harmed them. You've done terrible things. And I'm speaking about myself here. Right? That's the other thing. They always see everything in terms of, oh, speak to me, speak to me. Because they are the only person that exists in their worldview. But the idea that you can, at the end of the day, wake up the next day and go back to the day before is always there. And, you know, there's a chance that I might resubscribe the guy unsubbed. He can learn, he can grow. He could apologize, he could do various things. That shows me that I'll never really trust you, but maybe I can be okay, maybe we can have an okay relationship. But for those types of personality, there is no going back. There is no chance. Once you are dead to them, you are dead to them forever. And I have that inside of me. Let's get right here. I'm not perfect by any means. Like for me, you know, when I saw what he said and I saw what he was saying about me, I really wanted to go, woo! And I wanted to throw up a video showing private stuff he'd sent me to prove the point that what he was calling me, the antagonist label, actually originating in a different conversation, in a different context, and was not in fact about me. But I didn't. I took the adult line, and that's what we need to do. You need to be able to work with people who are a different colour from you, a different gender from you, a different age from you, a different politics from you, and a different height and weight from you. Everybody has value. Nobody has no value. The people that have no value are the people that might have great skills, great gear, great charisma, but if they are unstable, at some point they will attack you, or at some point they will attack somebody you love, and they will not back off, and they will not give up, and they will keep on attacking you. Anyway, I hate to make this series of videos, but I do think the whole emotional intelligence thing is a really valuable point of view. It is a new agey buzzword in organisational development and that sort of thing, but it has some degree of truth. And as you'll see in the end slides, developing stronger emotional intelligence within ourselves actually has financial rewards in the real world at the moment. And I do think that's a really, really strong thing we need to do. Everybody has off days. Everybody will say one or two comments on a video, and I've done it, that are sharp, aggressive, unpleasant. That's not why I unsubbed the guy. I unsubbed the guy because he kept doing it, and he kept doing it over and over. And then he started to release private email conversations with me in the online sphere to make me look bad in a false way. He knew it was lies. He also said lies, right? He knew they were lies. That's not somebody I'm going to sub. Anyway, have a great day. Sorry, it's a bit of a downer. It's the weekend for downers. The original version of this video was 16 minutes, and I'd closed it to comments. Comments are open. Stay adult. Do not mention the people by name. I'm not in the business of actually attacking them or attacking their channels. YouTube doesn't like that, so I probably will pre-moderate all the questions. It's not because YouTube doesn't like it, it's because I don't think it's fair. You know, this is me lecturing and you can say whatever you like in the comments, but keep it adult. Show emotional intelligence, that's all. You know, think of it as an audition for a job. All right, au revoir.
She's not a girl who misses much. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh yeah. She's well acquainted with the touch of the velvet hand, like a lizard on a window pane. The man in the crowd with the multicolored mirrors on his hobnail.